Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Hello, hello. This is Fiercestbard. How you guys doing? Hopefully, you guys can hear me right. I went through a whole lot of setup and things like that this weekend, so I'm not sure if everything's working the way it's supposed to be. But yeah, what's going on? Hello, Ves. Okay, I'm terrible. I can't. I'm gonna call you Yanka. Hello, Yank. You did make it. You're super early. What's going on? How are you guys doing? Yeah, I had to do some changes to my setup a little bit because I was having problems last time with arting and stuff, right? Like basically Clip Studio was kind of freaking out on me the entire time that I was trying to draw, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. So I went through a lot of reading stuff on Reddit and YouTube and all this other stuff, and I think I figured it out. It hasn't freaked out on me since, because like I thought it was something that having to do with OBS, but it's not. And then I kind of was like drawing outside of stream a little bit, and I noticed that it was still doing the crazy things that you know, I was like, huh. Yeah, it was kind of lagging. It was like it's hard to explain. It's almost like, okay, like I would put down the like let me try to like illustrate it a little bit, right? Like I would draw something over here, like I would do something like that, right? And then I would try to move it to over here, right? But then what it would do is it wouldn't like just move it in a very smooth way. It would skip steps to moving it over here, if that makes sense. So it felt like the cursor was pressing down on the screen and then registering like a little bit later than usual. So I would move all over Clip Studio, and what it would do was it would push and pull my panels out of place, or my brushes all over the place. And it was kind of crazy. Like, I thought it was because of the stream itself that was causing it, but it actually turned out it wasn't, because it was doing that outside of the program too when I wasn't streaming. And it was kind of driving me crazy, but I figured it out. I finally figured it out. You've done so much line work. It looks so... Oh, thank you. Yeah, you know? Like, there's a couple of things that I changed about it too. I'll let you guys know. Yeah, it was actually... I went into the performance panel on Clip Studio, and I found out that my performance... Okay, so I had reset all of my settings to my saved settings from online that I have for Clip Studio, right? That was a huge mistake, because as you guys know, or maybe some of you guys don't know, but I'm currently in Bounty Hunterville right now. I'm not in Cappy Town, where I usually am, right? So when I'm in Bounty Hunterville, I'm only using a laptop. I'm not using my desktop computer. My desktop computer is a 13700K with 64 gigs of RAM and a 4700 Ti. It's a whole lot better than this laptop. So when I reset the settings on my Clip Studio and I took my cloud settings in, it seems that it set up Clip Studio to work with my desktop, and it had over 200 levels of undo set up, and like all the RAM, which this laptop does not have. This laptop is not even close to having that. So it was like, it was struggling with that. It actually was struggling like crazy with that, and yeah, I'm surprised it was still functional. But so I redid my settings to only 50 undos, I guess, or 50 whatever that number means, and I set up the correct percentage of RAM, so I should be okay. Hopefully. Yeah, it's probably lag. Ibis Paint breaks like that for me too. Yeah, it seems like that was the case. But I think we got everything set up now and stuff like that. And I even made some changes to Mint a little bit this weekend. So like, you know, because you guys may have missed it because I was doing this off stream, but Let me just like there we go. So like as I was doing the line work over here, right, I started to notice, right? So like when you do foreshortening and stuff like that, right? Like you know, you're kind of like doing something like this, right? Where you're trying to make the objects closer to you bigger, but then the objects further away from you smaller, right? So like this is closer over here, and then this is further, right? So I was doing that with this image of Mint over here, right? But what I had noticed was like, what I had noticed is that I seemingly made her head a little bit too big, which is not necessarily a problem. It's not actually necessarily a problem, right? Yeah, the perspective of it, right? Yeah. So what it was like when you make the head and the perspective of the objects closer to you like way too big, it just kind of distorts the perspective. So it's almost like you're using a different kind of lens with your camera, right? And I didn't want it to be that exaggerated. I wanted it to be a little bit more normal. So what I did is I went in and upsized her body completely. So you can kind of see it like when outside of the sketch, like here's the original sketch, and you know this is the size of her head, right? Where you know like now that I aligned it and stuff like that, I changed the size of her head just slightly to so that like, well, I made her body a little bit bigger, right? What is closer to the screen? Her sleeve? Yeah, the closest part is actually her sleeve, the arm up here. So I gotta fix that too, you know? Yeah. So like I made her head slightly smaller, but to match the proportions of where her shoulders are supposed to be and stuff like that, so that it's a little bit more proportional in terms of the perspective. It's not that I think that you have to do this, right? Because like I said before, you can actually do this and have her head as big as you want. I know that sounds weird, but you can have her head as big as you want. It's okay, because again, that means that your perspective is more exaggerated, but I didn't want it to be that exaggerated, so I changed it. Back to being a little bit closer to what I had first envisioned. Anatomy is difficult. Does it look right to you? Yeah. Like, you know, I'm hoping so, you know. But now I got to clean it up. So this is the part that sucks about it. It's like when you make changes like this, when you make huge changes like this, right? I didn't clean it up, so as you can see, there's like particles all over the place of where it was and where it is now. So I gotta clean this up a little bit now. So you know, but you know, like it's not the worst thing in the world, right? To do this, because again, you know, this is why you work digital, right? Like you have the option to do this because of all that. So, you know, it's all good. It's all good, you know. But yeah, you know, I'm hoping it looked right to you guys, because, you know, and this is the thing about it too. Like, you know, when you're working on these things, you don't need to be so protective of the way you drew things, right? Like if there's something that doesn't look right, just go ahead and fix it, because you know, again, you're working digital, so it doesn't matter. You don't have to preserve it as much. I know sometimes people may feel like, you know, if they change it, it's not gonna look the same as before, but you know, you just gotta have confidence in the fact that it will in the end. You know, you don't have to protect it that much. So you know, that's where I'm coming from with this. So I will make huge changes like that on the fly when it comes to when I do arting and stuff like that, because I don't want to. I want the end result to be good. I don't care about how I get there. It's like, you know, okay, I do care about how I get there. I mean, you know, but you know, I don't want to I don't need to worry so much about, you know, the steps I'm taking. I guess I guess that's how you would like describe it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Do you do traditional art too? I used to. I used to because I learned to draw on pencil and paper like a lot of people used to, right? And I specifically like to use colored pencils a lot. And in those days, right? So I had tons of Prismacolor pencils, and on top of that, I used to also do a lot of line art, right? Using different things like I would use nibs with ink and stuff like that, and then I eventually learned how to do like inking, like style line art for comic books and stuff like that, because I was just really interested, you know, like that was like my thing back then, just doing, because I was so like enamored with the way that manga artists were doing it, that I was like, you know what, I want to learn it their way and stuff like that. So I actually sat there and taught myself how to do that. Digital, you can do as many layers and do so much. Traditional is way different. It really is, yeah. Your sketch looks pretty. Oh, does it? You love the squiggly lines? Yeah, yeah, you know. Colored pencils underrated. I colored my coloring books with those. Yeah, yeah, you know. Like it was a thing. It was a thing for me back then. Like I was very heavily into using colored pencils and stuff like that, right? Like to the point where I even got like like all those different like, oh, you got the blender pencil and stuff like that, which is just like a waxy uncolored pencil and stuff like that you just press the pigments together with and stuff like that. It wasn't really like anything that special, to be honest, but you know, like I kind of convinced myself that I needed one back in the day, so I had like 5 of them just in case I lost one, because I would lose pencils all the time. So I was like, oh man. And those things weren't cheap, man. I was just like, I was starving myself to buy those things. It's a phase for all of us. you know. Those things were not cheap though. Yeah, like for sure. Let's see. Where am I? Okay. If her shoulder is there. Yeah, I could say there. Okay. Hold on. What are we holding for? But yeah, hopefully you guys had a really good weekend. I know now granted I'm in Bounty Hunterville, so I did not see all this, but I know there was like a huge snowstorm and stuff like that, especially back in Cappytown and stuff like that, right? Like, I hope you guys were all safe and warm during the snowstorm and stuff like that. And I'm hearing that there's apparently going to be another one, which is crazy. Like, what the heck? You know, everybody just you know, went through one already, and now there's going to be another one this weekend. Like, what the heck is going on? You know what? We know what's going on. The global warming. They've been talking about it for years. It's gonna warm your globes. I want to visit my home country soon. Oh, really? Cool. You know? It's always good to get out and visit different countries, especially when it's your home, right? Like your home country, I should say. It's not necessarily your home. Like like me, you know, my home country is not necessarily my home right now, but you know, it's always good to go back every once in a while, right? Global warming is so scary. Like, actually, yo, like, I don't know if you've ever seen that movie. What was it called? The Day After Tomorrow. Me and my friends used to have a joke in that movie because I think everybody had this joke about it, right? Like that part when they're running away from the super ice that's like freezing everything. They run into the library and then they shut the door on global warming. Like, yo, man, that's like us right now. That's like us right now. We just gotta run into a library and burn anything we can to keep warm. Where's your country at? So Capitan is actually located in Freedom Land, right? You know, the land of well, okay, maybe like it's kind of funny to call it Freedom Land right now, but I am currently in Bounty Hunterville, and Bounty Hunterville is located in Maple Land. So yeah, it's like it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. like yes, it is. Yeah, you know, it's kind of weird. It's all kind of weird right now, but you know, but yeah, that's in general, you know, like what it is right now. But yeah, so you know, just for you guys who don't know already, but yeah, that's generally where we are, or at least where I am located in the West, as it were, caught between two weirdo countries, if as it were. Let's see. She's got a lot of these stringy hair things. What? But yeah, like, it seems like my issues have been, for the most part, fixed. So I think we're okay. Now, where we're not okay is I'm actually trying to do this while injured. So like about yesterday, I was trying to get some medications out of a box, right? I needed them because I cannot drink the milk. I am intolerant of lactose. Right? So I cannot drink the milk unless I have like a little pill of some sort, right? And like, so I go to the cupboard and I'm just like grabbing this box, right? And you know, like, Mooney has a box of these open, by the way. She has them. But I don't think to ask. Like, where is it or anything like that. I'm just like, well, you know, like, even if she has some opened, I guess I'm just gonna grab a different box of them so that we have one opened for home, and wherever she has the other box is where she has the other box, right? So I'm thinking, like, that's cool. This is what I'm gonna do, right? I go to open the box, and I guess, like, you know how, like, you press into the tab of a box, like the top of a box, right? And you just, like, your finger just kind of goes, like, right in sometimes, right? So I did that. Like, okay, like, illustration time again. So let's do it here. So this is the top of the box, right? This is the top of the box. It's got the pills of the intolerance in here, right? And there's like a tab over here, right? So I put my finger to go in there to lift it open, right? Well, what I did not think was there was like another liner of paper inside of it, and then the pill bottle was on the side here, right? Like over here, and then there's like, you know, it's just a thing holding it in place. The box was just way too big for no reason, okay? The box is just way too big for no... Uh-oh. I think stuff is happening. Stuff is happening to Clip Studio. Oh no, did I not actually solve the problem that I thought I solved? But anyway, so here we go. I put my finger in there, and My finger goes in. It goes all the way in. This piece of paper that's acting as like the guardrail over here did not realize how sharp it actually was. So the so I get this huge paper cut on the top of my finger right there, right? And it's like what is it? So like if you can imagine my capybara talon here with my little claw here and stuff like that, right? If you can imagine my little capybara talon with my claw there, and then there's like a paper cut like right on the top right there, right? And then the worst part about it is that it's like the middle finger. It's like the middle finger, right? So like, you know, when I hold my pencil, right? When I hold my pencil, this is such a horrible illustration of it. But when I hold my pencil, like a part of it is right on top of the paper cut right now, so it's making things hard for me. It kind of stings a little bit. That's so nasty. Paper cuts are so painful for no... I know! And then Mooney's like staring at me like, what happened? Why are you like... And I'm like, I got a paper cut. I'm like being a complete wuss about it. And she's like, okay, put your finger under the water, right? So she... So I opened the water. It's like cold water, and then I put my finger under it, but it's like stinging. So I'm like pulling my finger away from the water every now and then, and she's like, "No, hold it there. It'll help." And I'm like, So I'm like being a complete wusswagon right now about it, and yeah, eventually we got a band-aid on it, and then I sprayed some stuff on it so that it won't hurt as much, but you know, I'm still injured. I'm battle damaged like He-Man. I'm battle damaged. This really shows these yeah, it's like I'm just kind of like, why? But it's okay, you know? Okay, there. We kind of fixed it so that her shoulder's right there and stuff like that. We're gonna have to draw all these frilly parts in, by the way. So it's like, and I gotta fix the arm, like the way the arm is coming out here and stuff like that, because, it's not quite where I want it to be, but, well, let's do that now. Actually, because this arm is actually very I just kind of like drew it in, but it's not really where everything should be on it, so there's a lot of lines coming out of it that's like kind of messy. What shows do you like? Oh my gosh, Frills, they're so pretty but horrible to draw. Yeah, they really are, right? Now, are you talking about, like, in terms of shows, like, are you talking about, like, TV shows or anime or you know, like, you know, in general, though, like, I could actually start even before I hear that, but in general, I do watch a whole lot of, like superhero type and sci-fi and horror shows, just in general, right? Like I'm trying to watch that, what is it called, Alien Earth, that came out like recently and stuff like that, like because I always like the Alien movies and stuff like that. So I've been trying to watch it, but I've only gotten through one episode, and I'm not hearing too great things about it. Basically, like it's pretty good until I guess a certain point where it's not very good at all. So, that's just anything that's your favorite. Oh, okay. But yeah, like I used to watch a ton of anime. I used to watch anime with an anime watch club of some sort, right? Where it kind of was like that, right? Like it was some friends that I would watch a lot of anime with. Like we would every season watch like almost everything that was available. No matter what it was, Mooney still is like weirded out by the fact that we watched like everything together, no matter what it was. And you know, if you guys have been following anime as of late, you guys kind of have an idea for what the late night anime run is kind of like. So it's like so it's like, you know, these like if you can imagine like all of us just kind of watching these things, no matter how sussy things are with them, and it's like whatever, you know, like we just watch them anyway. But yeah, like but with anime stuff lately, as of late, like I've liked shows like Frieren and what else was there like as of late. Okay, this is not new anymore, but like Dungeon Meshi is a favorite of mine and Mooney's. We like it a whole lot. That's one of the ones that we would like in terms of anime and stuff like that. I tended to used to like a lot of the slice of life stuff because I'm from I kind of grew up watching Dragon Ball and things like that, and a lot of shonen anime. But around the early 2000s, I got into the Haruhi hype. So I started watching a lot of stuff that Kyoto Animation was making and stuff like that. So I was a huge fan of KyoAni and anything that they did. I still am, but you know, like obviously, like because of not so recent events that were unfortunate, you know, we don't really get too much of their stuff anymore. And you know, what else? I actually am a huge fan also of tokusatsu shows. Like if for those that don't know, those are like special effects shows from Japan, like Kamen Rider, Ultraman, things like that. I actually still watch some of those. I haven't really watched a whole lot of them recently, but you know, I did finish watching Kamen Rider Geats, so there's one. There's that. And yeah, you know, like I just kind of watch a lot of sci-fi and animated stuff as of late anyway. Let's see. Oh, are you hungry? You should probably get something to eat then. What did you eat today? Oh, I actually kind of made myself a tuna melt. In a lot of ways. I made some tuna with a little bit of onion in there and stuff like that, and then I sandwiched it in between some bread, and I toasted it in a pan with a little bit of cheese. So that was my lunch so far. And then I had some kind of like frozen waffles for breakfast. It's not quite the breakfast of champions, but you know, it'll do. It'll do in the morning when I'm too lazy to think. But yeah, you know, like I think later on, Mooney made some what is it? Mooney made some curry last night, and we have quite a bit of it left. So I am thinking I'm gonna probably have some curry rice tonight, because we can't leave it to go bad, right? And besides, curry tastes better like the longer you keep it for. So, you know, or at least that's the that's the myth, I guess. You know, I don't know if it's true. And so far, I think what I did fixed things, because it hasn't happened just yet. So I think we're good. I think we're good. I just gotta change the curvature here. Okay. There. Maybe? No? Okay. We're gonna leave that. Cool. You should try black bread. It goes with everything. Wait, what is that? I've never heard of it before. Is it like really good? Like if it goes with everything, I'm assuming? Or is it like one of those things that it's like it goes with everything because it's a little bit bland, right? So then it can go with everything type of things. I don't know that much about food. Like surprisingly, like I don't know the cooking as well. I'm trying to learn, but I'm not very good. I'm not a very good cook. Like, I only know how to do simple things, like what I said earlier. Like, it's a sandwich, I can do it. Just learned about YouTube emojis, so I have to use them. Oh wait, there's emojis on YouTube? Well, that's kind of cool. You know, at some point, you know, like, because I have emotes on Twitch and stuff like that. At some point, you know, like maybe somehow, in some ways, maybe there's a way to port them over. I don't know. It's healthier than white bread, really? Huh? Dense, dark, and hearty bread primarily associated with Eastern European, Russian, and Scandinavian cuisine. Oh. I should try that, actually. That... Is it... Oh, I guess it's because it's not just made of, like... what is it? Like, white flour or whatever, and stuff like that. So I guess it's healthier because of that. I need to get Twitch to follow you. YouTube is laggy for me. Oh, well, it's okay. You know, like, you don't have to subscribe to either platform. You know, like that's why I'm on both and stuff like that now. But it's cool. You know, if you want to, yeah, it's up to you. You know, like, I know both platforms have their positives and negatives, so you know, like, I know why some people don't like certain platforms and stuff like that, but you know, that's kind of why, you know, I'm like, oh, I should branch out a bit, right? I used to eat black bread when I was a child, but barley barely do now. Oh, I see, yeah. Let me draw this and this. That will be the frilly parts, I guess. Yeah, I'm just trying to set it up so that I have like guidelines to tell me where the frilly parts are gonna be. Actually, you know what? Let me leave that alone for now. Let's get rid of that. And then let's just, yeah, you know what? Let's just do this. Oh. So it looks like some of the problems I was having before are coming back now. Now, I guess now that I'm like well into working on this, right? So yeah, it's okay though. It's not as bad as it was previously, right? Like this is much more manageable than it was when I was doing this the other day. So I'm just kind of like, okay, this is okay. This is okay. Oops. But it does tell me that I probably need a much more beefier machine at this point, because it's not that you can't do art with a laptop or anything like that. Like, it's just that this laptop is probably not the best for this, right? Like, it was kind of like a value gaming laptop of some sort, and I guess it's just kind of hit its limit with the way that my my own personal my workflow, my own personal workflow is just kind of hits the limit of this laptop like very quickly. And it sucks too because RAM is super expensive these days, right? So it's like, you know, though maybe that tells me that I should be thinking about trying to get something sooner rather than later, so that I don't get hit with the extra cost eventually, because RAM is gonna skyrocket in price, as if it hasn't already, I should say, right? You should look up Hood XR. They're so underrated. I love their rendering. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? Here. Let me see real quick. Oh, and the only other thing I would say is like about Twitch and stuff like that is like I do feel a little bad because I noticed that sometimes my chat window doesn't show me all my chats. So if I missed some messages from you guys, sorry about it. Like, it's just kind of the nature of this this whole thing, right? Like sometimes the plugins don't work the way that they should. You should do a stream like practicing poses. I'd like to see how you work. Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, I could try to do some things like that. Like, actually, there are certain things that I still need a lot of practice in. Like, for example, drawing hands or drawing feet and stuff like that, right? Like, just like in general, stuff like that. So we could try to do something like that at some point, right? Like, you know, because like I think what a lot of people don't realize about a lot of artists is that okay, if you're super experienced and stuff like that, right, you will draw stuff like, you know, very like, you know, I'll put lines down and then it'll turn into an image of some sort, right? Like, you know, like when you're super experienced, you can do stuff like that, right? But when you're not, and you got to figure it out, it takes you a while to figure it out. But if you have the right method in your mind, like if you've constructed like the perfect like workflow for yourself to break something down and draw it easier for yourself, right, then you can figure it out pretty easily. And that's something that I'm still working on for myself, right? Like, I'm trying to figure that out for myself in a lot of ways. And, you know, like, it's not easy, but, you know, you eventually get there, you know? It's always hands, right? Hands are my worst enemy, man. Yeah, I think for a lot of people, they are the enemy, right? But, you know, I always liken it to the fact that, like, when you draw hands, you're drawing 5 fingers. Well, okay, ideally 5 fingers. Right? So you have 5 fingers, like four fingers and a thumb, right? And a lot of times when you think about the way that you draw a hand, it's almost like you're drawing another character, right? Because like a person is like 4 limbs, right? And a head. So that's like your hands, right? For fingers and a thumb and stuff like that. So you gotta kind of look at the difficulty level like that, right? Like it's like, oh, you've got to draw a whole other character, and that's why, you know, like it takes quite a bit to do and stuff like that. And it's something that I need to spend a lot more time on, personally. I feel like. How do you draw hands? Let's see. Oh, your dog is on. She's so heavy. Yeah, our doggy is pretty light in comparison because he's a small little yapper. Coffee is a small little yappy yap. So we're lucky in that regard. But yeah, there are some really big dogs out there that can be pretty heavy. But yeah, like, how do I approach drawing hands? So like the weird part for me is that, like, okay, number one, always use a reference for hands. I will say that. And don't ever try to draw hands without a reference, even though I break that myself. I never freaking follow my own advice on hands. I always try to figure it out myself. And I always run into so many problems trying to do it. Oh man, it's like one of the hardest things in the world. But, you know, like for me, the way that I approach hands is more like I try to break it down into different things, right? So like you've got the palm, the basic palm here, right? Like I'll split the palm in two, and then I'll make like the muscle for the part that attaches to the thumb, and then the crease over here. And then the crease over here, like sometimes it's backwards, something like, you know, right? And then what I'll do is like 1, 2, 3, 4, mark off where the landmarks are, and then you know, build up the hand like this, right? Like, so this is kind of more basic than anything, right? Like kind of draw the fingers in an arc sort of way. So like actually the pinky should probably be much thinner, and then you have like some webbing between the thumb and then where the thumb actually comes out and stuff like that, right? And then you just connect it. You just connect it to the wrist. So I usually use this kind of mapping in my brain, right? For hands. This is generally is how I think about the hand. I think of it as like these two halves over here, and then I separate the quadrants of muscles over there, and then the four parts that equate to the sorry, my I think what I'm doing, I think I know what's happening. I'm leaning on a part of my keyboard that's closing my UI a lot, because I have a Bluetooth keyboard. But yeah, like I tend to look at hands like that. Like ultimately, it's all about breaking down the hand into simpler shapes for yourself. So as long as if you know how to break down stuff into simpler shapes, simplify it first before you try to draw everything in it. Like don't focus on the details too much and stuff like that. If you simplify it into simpler shapes first, and you get it to be on the paper first, right, you can fix it later. So like I heard this advice. I forgot which I'm so sorry. I forgot which YouTuber said it best, but you should make it exist first. So make it exist first and then make it better after that. Okay, so that's kind of how you should approach it. Just don't worry about the details of it. Break it down into a simpler form first, and then make it look better later on and stuff like that, you know? That's true, you did it so easily. Not really, but you know, like, it's how I think of it. It's not necessarily maybe the right way and stuff like that, but it's just how my brain is operating right now. So everybody has their own understanding of what they need to do to construct things. Like for me, that's how I construct hands and stuff like that. So, you know. How long have you been drawing for? I don't know if I asked this question before. So I've been drawing for a long time. I will tell you guys that. I've been drawing since oh man. I've been drawing since Transformers came out. Yeah, it's pretty long. I used to as a baby capybara. I was drawing 2D dinosaurs for a long time, and then I ended up drawing paper Transformers because I really like Transformers. even to this day, I like Transformers. And then like I was drawing so much Dragon Ball in high school, like to the point where it was like that was the kind of thing that people would be like, oh, this is the Cappy that draws Dragon Ball. like I kind of like, for some reason, like that was the thing that people remembered about me in high school. It's like I'm like, oh man, of all the things. So I've been drawing for quite a while. It's like this is not my first rodeo in terms of art stuff. Let's just say it's just that, like, you know, I drew for a very long time, but I didn't take it seriously until pretty recent. You know, there's a lot of stuff happened in my life in the last like 10 years even, right? That I would say that kind of got me to think about more about, you know, what actually makes me happy in life and stuff like that. So I wasn't drawing for a long time. Like I actually stopped drawing for a long time. I started drawing since the pandemic. Oh, nice. You know, so I guess this was like you picked up this as like a hobby and stuff like that, right? Like for something to do during the pandemic, right? I think all of us picked up something like that around that time. Yeah, like I started watching VTubers around the pandemic. I should have been more focused on my art, but instead I was watching VTubers during the pandemic. I got so into that, man. Like. It's like it's the mistake of a lifetime in a lot of ways. No, it's not a mistake, but you know, like but yeah, like when I started to draw, like I drew throughout my time in school, like regular school, right? When I got to college though, I kind of stopped drawing. I stopped drawing for a very long time, actually. I didn't start drawing again until, like, what was it? Like, 20... Because there were times when I would draw stuff, right? Like, but it wasn't like I was actively learning anymore and stuff like that, right? I stopped drawing until around 2018, 2019. And stuff like that, where I picked it up again. Like I think my Deviant art is still up. You can kind of see the moments that like I came back briefly and then I like stopped drawing. My Deviant art also is a horror show. It's like, oh man, the like it's just like some of the stuff I was drawing in those days was kind of like, ooh. The virus was so scary. I mean, it was, right? Like, I know there are some who didn't think the pandemic was all bad and stuff like that, right? But I remember because I still live with my Cappy Papa, right? Cappy Papa is an older Cappy. He's an older Cappy who also you know, like is quite elderly and also ailing and stuff like that, right? So it wasn't so much that it was like I was like in fear for myself, but it was more that like I knew that I had to be more careful because you know, like I had to protect the older Cappy you know, getting anything, whether or not you believe that, you know, like things could happen at that point, right? That wasn't the point for me. The point for me was that, you know, I try to keep my dad from getting sick unnecessarily, because, you know, he really shouldn't be at his age and stuff like that. So for me, it was more about that, right? I used to do animation, so I never really worked on my art style. Oh, really? You used to do animation? Yeah, when I was in college and stuff like that, I was trying to do like a design course, which is where I learned that, like, you know, this design isn't exactly the same as illustration. I will say that for sure, certain, right? Like, design is a different beast from illustration and stuff like that, and I kind of lied to myself that it was like kind of the same, but it really wasn't. You know, because I wasn't really drawing, like I was telling you, and it was kind of like, well, I could do something that's like I can make a career out of, that's like kind of drawing adjacent, but not really. But, you know, it didn't really occur to me that, you know, like, design wasn't going to fulfill the same thing of art that I was into. Because a lot of the designers that I went to school with were amazing at design, because, you know what, they loved it. They actually loved it. Unlike myself, who was like just kind of there and stuff like that, and learning all these interesting things. But then, like, as much as I tried to pull myself away from illustration, right? Like, I told this to Mooney, like, a lot of times, like, a lot of my professors who were teaching the design classes and stuff like that would be like, hey, Bard, I saw your project. It was pretty good, but why didn't you do the thing that we were talking about? And it's like, oh, what? Like, because we would have, like, you would always talk to your professors about your projects when you're in schools like that. And one of the things that they would always notice is, like, my sketches, because I would sketch them out in the book to show them, hey, this is my idea. And they would be like, oh, you know, you should probably do this as like an illustrated thing. Like, if you do this web page, right, like, maybe the background's like a hand-drawn background, and it would go with the theme of this or that and stuff like that, right? And then I would never come through with it. I would just try to do it with, like, you know, photos and things like that, like, just like, you know, stuff that I would find from my resources, like photo resources and things like that. And they'd be like, oh, why didn't you try to do it the way that we were talking about it? And I was like, oh, I don't know, you know, like, I just didn't have the time to do it. And really, it was just me trying to get away from the art thing, the illustration thing. But I almost feel like I should have taken the hint and realized that maybe it was the illustration thing that I should have been doing the whole time, instead of trying so hard to just kind of get away from it, when everybody in the world was trying to tell me, well, you know, like, that would have been really cool if you had done this and stuff like that, right? So, you know, it's one of those signs that I kind of ignored for myself, right? DeviantArt, oh my god, I haven't used it in years. I know, yeah. Such a horrible time. Yeah, you know, like, those times were very strange, you know, like the pandemic times. And we're talking about it like it was like an eternity ago. It was only like 5 years ago. I feel bad because that makes me feel ancient. That makes me feel super ancient.
You are ancient.
I'm ancient. I'm super ancient. Oh no. But yeah, you know, it was like, but yeah, like, I kind of stopped drawing for a while, and then I like picked it up after that. So, you know, That's just kind of how it is. So even though I've been drawing for a long time, technically speaking, it's not like I was drawing the entire time. Like the whole time that I first learned how to draw, right? Like there were times when I stopped, and I stopped for a very long time. But you know, like I found that when you stop arting, you can a lot of times pick it up again. It's not something that you just kind of forget. Like you kind of pick it up, and then like after a little bit of practice, it kind of becomes like second nature again and stuff, right? So you can pick up from where you left off. It's not like something that, you know, if you stop, you just stop and then you just completely lose it and then you forget, right? Don't worry, I'm ancient too. My cousin calls me old. Oh no. Unknown persons work? Oh, who's unknown persons? Who's unknown persons? I don't know these artists. You guys all know the cool artists, you know? I don't know anybody that's cool. Except for all the cool YouTube artists out there that I watch videos of.
Thanks for saying I'm cool, honey.
You are cool, yeah.
You just implied it wasn't.
No, you are. That you're what? I did not say you were not cool. Chat, is Mooney cool? Say yes.
No, please.
Please say yes.
Do you tell people the good news, the bad news?
The good bad news? What?
About our fan?
They were in the lot tournament. Wait, what's the lot tournament? You should look them up. Oh, maybe. Yeah. Wait. What's this?
You want to tell about our fan situation? Lost fan situation?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
People want to know drama, right?
Yeah, you guys got to know the continuation of the story of the exhaust fan, right? So we actually got the building manager to come in and look at our exhaust fan, and basically
Good news.
the good news is they confirmed exactly what we were expecting. They don't have to. They actually don't have to do a whole lot of heavy duty stuff. They don't have to tear up the cabinets or anything to fix it. They actually knew how to remove all the stuff so that, you know, they don't have to remodel our whole freaking kitchen just to fix it. So that's cool. That's the good news. The bad news, they confirmed for us that they don't really sell the model of fan that we use any longer. It's pretty old, and getting replacement parts is really hard. So we're gonna try to call to see if they can get replacement parts for it. But if they can't, they're gonna unfortunately have to remove the whole damn thing, and we're gonna have to buy something new to replace it with. Which is like, So that's the bad news. So the fan saga continues. It continues throughout, you know. We'll see what happens. But yeah. You should look him up. That's very, very cool. She's amazing. You see? Chat says you're very cool and amazing.
How much did you pay, chat?
I didn't pay chat anything to say that at all.
You're gonna pay
Chat, don't.
with dog feet.
Chat,
Duck paws.
hide the money.
And the money.
Hide the money, Chad. Don't. No, Mooney is very cool.
We can send. Are you gonna send chat some dog toes now? Some
Dog toes?
As a payment?
The toe beans. Oh yeah. We gotta send chat some toe beans at some point. But yeah, you know, on the question earlier, chat asked, when will they get to see coffee?
That's up to you.
That is up to me, isn't it?
You literally have photos of dog bean.
Yeah, I do.
Of your son.
Of my son.
You can always just show people the pictures we have of our son.
You know? At some
You can
point.
actually just copy and paste onto your board, honestly.
I could, probably, right? But I have to find them right now. I gotta find them.
Is your tablet doing better?
It's doing a lot better. There are some times when I notice some things happening, but it's okay. It's when it's trying to autosave. I have it autosave every 15 minutes because I'm paranoid.
I feel like I should get you that hand thing.
Maybe,
Like
yeah.
the drawing. You know how they have that contraption that's not the... Like, I know you're used to the keyboard, but like they have like that...
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It has like the mouse rest, the wrist rest thing, and then it has the buttons on it.
And then also like the scrolly thing.
Yeah, the scrolly wheel thing.
Yeah. It's like another mouse.
I mean, I'm supposed to use this stuff on the side of the tablet as that, but you know, I keep...
It's not comfortable.
Yeah, it's not. He didn't pay me. Let me out there. See, I didn't. The chat said I didn't pay. I didn't pay them. Don't worry, I'll let you out later.
You start giving them like dog things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. So she's... Why? Why do we have to sell Coffee's toes? We'll keep them all to ourselves. You should do more YouTube videos of like speed paints. Your little wink. You know, the wink happens when I look down. Like, that's where my tablet is. So when I look down at the tablet, like the camera thinks that, I guess, like...
You have small eyes.
Yeah, I guess, I have such small eyes that the camera's just like thinking I'm winking and stuff. So... Okay, let's see. And then I gotta get her hair. Okay, so the frilly part here ends over here, sort of like that. And then... And then she's just got hair. And more hair. Because she's got like this sort of thing going over here. Camera is the enemy. Well, you know what's funny? I should probably have it set up so that it's reading my like it's reading from the iPhone instead of just being, because the PC cameras don't have the necessary like movement range that the iPhone camera has and stuff like that. Like the program that I actually use for my avatar is better suited for the iPhone camera, so I should probably be using that, but I've been too lazy to ask Mooney to show me how to set that up.
What?
The setting up the camera from the iPhone to VTube Studio. Yeah, she says it's real easy, but
And then you would have to set your phone.
yeah, then I have to get a phone stand, wouldn't I? Right? Yeah. So, oh, that's okay if you made too much.
I
Like,
guess I'll try to eat.
well, I'll eat what you don't eat,
You're
right?
eating my leftovers?
Why wouldn't I?
Have fresh food.
What?
Finest.
The finest in foraged nuts and berries. That's what capybaras eat. Or they don't? Well, okay. I know what capybaras eat in IRL. You guys probably would not like it, though. Yeah, they actually do eat their own poop. This art is gonna look so good when you're done, Dev. Oh, yeah, I hope so, you know, like, you know, I've been on this VTuber training arc for quite a bit now and stuff like that, so, you know. My favorite game is having an event. Oh, which game? Which game is having an event? Hey, Coffee, what are you doing, huh? He's trying to see the outside world. But we're not letting him. And he's like, argh. No, sometimes he spots other dogs from the window and he just like needs to bark at them and stuff. So he's indignant that he can't track their movements past a certain point at the window, so he tries to dig through the wall just to get to them. So he can let them know to get off his lawn. But yeah, which game what is your favorite game right now? As some of you may know, we like playing Monster Hunter from time to time here. We like playing Marvel Rivals from time to time, and we also play a lot of Nikkei. the game that I can never give up playing. Tell him he's trapped. Coffee, you're trapped. He looked at me. He's like, what? What are you talking about? He's like, I'm not the one that's trapped in here. You're trapped in here with me. Why are you being so noisy, Coffee? Hmm? Yeah, he can be very yappy. It's embarrassing. Is it embarrassing? Okay. I might chat a little less. I'm grinding right now. No, that's fine. That's totally fine. You know, especially in gacha games, when you gotta grind, you gotta grind. Like, I used to play Love Live. Remember those days of Love Live Sif? I don't know for those people who were around for that. I used to play that a lot, and the grind was real. The grind was real, man. It was a freaking music game, and it had a grind like it was a freaking like it was like a sports game or something. Jeez, it was kind of crazy. Hey, Javi, what's up? Why are you barking so much? Huh? But yeah, like, especially with gacha games, you know, the grinding gacha games is ridiculous sometimes. I think Coffee is trying to tell me something. He's trying to tell me something. Right now, he's come up to us and he's barking. He's barking even louder. But why are you barking, Coffee? I might have to give Coffee a treat or something. Yeah, I might have to. That might be what he wants. Because he tends to get yappy, but it's okay. You know what? Like sometimes when they bark a lot, it's just that they're trying to let you know something. Or they want something, but they can't communicate with you, so they get frustrated. So that's why they're barky bark, stuff like that. So that's okay. I'll get them something in a moment when I'm done over here. Feed the baby. I know. Though actually, he's the type of dog that doesn't have a specific feeding time. He likes to eat when he eats, right? So we tend to leave his kibble and his water out in his bowl for him. So he'll wander over and eat when he feels like it, but then most of the time he just kind of ignores it until he's hungry and stuff like that, right? So it's kind of interesting. Like I've never because my previous dog was she was a beagle, and she would eat at specific times. Like you had to feed her at specific times because otherwise she will eat herself into oblivion, right? Like, you know, like that's just how food motivated some dogs are, right? Where this dog Coffee is much different. Is a much different it's what did Kobe say in that commercial? It's the same animal but a different beast. I think that's what he said. I'm not sure. I don't remember anymore. It's been a while since I've seen that commercial. It's been hilarious. That little barker reminds me of my own dog. Yeah, he's like here. Let me see if I can get him something for him. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get him something. I'm gonna get him a treat. Let's go. Yeah. All right. Maybe that'll keep him busy for like 2 minutes. Who knows? Kobe? Yeah. I used to watch a lot of NBA basketball, actually. I was a huge fan of that stuff. I mean, not that I don't watch it now, but I kind of follow it, but I'm more like, you know, I'll check out scores and stuff and I'll follow my favorite teams, but I'm not actively watching anymore like I used to and stuff like that. So, you know, it's quite a bit different for me now, but I used to watch the heck out of it though. Damn, like I was so into it. And I did try to play at some point. I did think that I could try to play and that didn't end too well. I was never good at it at all. So, you know, I was never gonna have a career playing the sports ball. Oh, did the model like it disappear or something like that? Because I know that it like when I lean in, it gets bigger, but then when like I go away, like let me see. when my soul leaves my body, it gets all weird looking, doesn't it? Okay. Let's see, how do we construct this? Okay. Yeah, this is the approach that I would suggest taking with anything. Just construct all the parts of the picture using simpler shapes and then worry about the details on it afterwards, you know? Like, don't try to force yourself to draw it line by line in the most perfect way in the first place, right? Because that's always gonna muck things up way too much for most people, and there's just too much stuff to handle, like too much information to process for most people when they're trying to draw something. So just keep it simple until you need to put the details in. Like once you get the structure down for anything, then you can just like, you know, kind of go nuts and make it look the way it's supposed to look. Oops, let me not erase that stuff first. You look like you got raptured. Oh, you learned that the hard way? Yeah, you know, like I did too. I used to draw the way that a lot of people first when they first learned how to draw, they would do the thing where they would you know, like draw everything line by line, like exactly the way that they see it. Like they would do stuff like this and junk like that, right? Like, oh my goodness, this is like, you know, because, you know, this is what you see, right? Like you would see characters like this, and then you would just try to like copy exactly where the lines are on each character and stuff like that. So I used to do stuff like this too, and it's like at some point you get pretty decent at it, but then like things start to like not line up, and you know, it starts to look weird and stuff like that, and you know, things don't quite look the way that you thought they were supposed to look, you know? So yeah, I used to draw like this too, you know, like but I don't think that like this is a good way to draw over time, because like you know, stuff is out of place here. This dude like Vegeta's hair is too big here and stuff like that. Like after a while it doesn't work anymore. You gotta learn how to do it a little bit more structured, like than to do it like that, because if you start doing things like that, like again, you know, like things start to look a little bit off, and then the more things are off, like it just kind of builds on itself, and it just keeps looking more and more off, like as you do it, right? Especially on the sketch sometimes. Yeah, you know? But yeah, speaking of the Rapture, did you ever see that I think the movie was called This Is the End. It had all the comedians in it and stuff like that. I think the what was her name? Oh shoot. Let's see. The actress that played Hermione in the Harry Potter movies, Emma Watson, that was her name, sorry. Names escape me, I'm bad at them. But yeah, she was in that movie, and it was kind of hilarious because like she was like one of the survivors, and then like she thought that they were like she thought the main characters were plotting some rather unsavory thing on her, so she kind of goes crazy, and she like threatens them and stuff like that, and she escapes the house even though like she was never in any danger. Like that movie was like really hilarious. Oh yeah, you saw it? Yeah. I think the part in the movie that keeps making me laugh is the part when I forgot who it was. Somebody falls into the gap when things are going crazy, and there's like an earthquake, and it causes like the floor to split and stuff like that, and everybody's running away, and then he's like calling for help, and then this dude is like, "No, man, it's too late. You're already in the hole." Like that's the thing me and my friends always say to each other when we're playing games and stuff like that. It's like, "Nah, man, it's too late. You're already in the hole." Yeah. Yeah, that movie was hilarious. And it was made around the time when a lot of people were very into like the whole idea of being raptured, I guess. Like even now, right? Like the what was it? Like a couple of months ago when everybody was like really like the internet was all about everybody getting raptured, like everybody was making videos of it and stuff like that. It was crazy. There were like tips, there were video tips about like what you should do when it happens, like and people were talking about like how you should like position yourself when you start floating into the sky and stuff like that. Like there were all kinds of videos about that stuff, and I'm like, what is going on? Is what like the fig rapture? Yeah. It was so funny. Yeah. Like I was like, whoa, that's nuts. Like they had all these like tutorials on how to rapture. Like like I'm sure that if it is a thing that happens and stuff like that, I don't think any video tutorials are gonna help. Like if it's a real thing and it actually happens or whatever, I don't think anybody's tutorials will prepare anyone. That's all I'm gonna say about that. It's like the 2000s when, yeah, everybody was all about the Y2K thing, or like the fact that the Mayan calendar was coming to an end and all that stuff. I'm a huge fan of those what is it called, like those shows. The shows where they do the the mystery shows, like is Bigfoot real and things like that. I'm like a huge fan of those things, so I would be watching that stuff and I'd be like, oh my god, it's gonna happen, oh no. No, it's gonna happen. We have to prepare. We don't want to be caught unprepared, okay? It's gonna happen. But yeah, I used to watch all that stuff, like the freaking Unsolved Mysteries or that. That's an older one. Oh, holy crap, that's a really old show. And then there was like Leviathan is live. Oh, who's Leviathan? I don't know that person. Or wait, is it the best of the best? The best of the best. Oops. Maybe I made those a little bit too big compared to the other side. It looks like the treat that I gave Coffee worked. He's very into his chew stick. So I'm glad he's enjoying himself. I'm gonna have to take him for a walk in a bit. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Yeah, you know. Yeah, I wish I could just, like be here working on this a lot longer with you guys, but like there's just so much stuff that I have to do outside of the arting and stuff like that. So like I do feel kind of bad because it also means that it takes me forever to even finish like one thing. Like this image I've been working on for the past like 4 streams now and stuff like that. I probably should try to work out some time where I'm working on this offline so that it's more in a finished state when I come back and stuff like that. But like sometimes it's just like not possible for me to do that. Dogs and their toys, my dog mauled her toy and it's broken now. Oh, that kind of happens though. Like when you buy like dog toys, no matter how much they say that, oh, this is indestructible and stuff like that, I've never seen a dog toy that was actually indestructible compared to any dogs. They will indestructible is more like completely destructible within the first 24 hours of having the toy completely destructible. That's how I feel like with most dog toys. Oops. Literally, my dog rips hers like in half. The fluff was everywhere. Yeah, you know, you gotta deal with that afterwards, and then like you gotta hope that like, you know, they didn't swallow the squeaker. Otherwise, you're gonna have a squeaky dog. If it has a squeaker anyway. But yeah, you know. We shall see. We shall see. Let's see. Okay. Okay. I can do this part over here. So that's kind of how those look. She has another one on the other side, but it's going to be covered by the you know, the ghost triangle thing over here. Though she's got some hair that could probably stick out from there, so maybe I can get away with, you know. You know, draw some of this over here. Let's see. Luckily, she didn't swallow it, but she's so funny, you know? And that's the best part about, you know, just having them in our lives, right? Our fur babies. They are the most special boys and girls. I think I now personally I've only ever had like two pets in my life that I was very attached to in terms of one cat and one dog previous to Coffee here, and then I met Mooney, and then Coffee came into my life. So, you know, I actually was very sad when my previous dog passed away and stuff like that. So, you know, like I didn't think I was gonna have another dog at the time, actually. I didn't think I was gonna have another pet ever, actually, at that point. I was like really heartbroken, but you know, you never know what life throws at you, right? Oh, you got some food? Nice. That's so sweet, actually. Yeah, like, it was just a thing, you know, like, it was a pretty hard time for me and stuff like that. It has a lot to do with why I started drawing again, too, and stuff like that, right? Like, things were just really tough in those days. But, you know, again, like, then I met Mooney, and, you know, things... Well, it wasn't that I met Mooney, like, that soon, but, you know, like... you know, you just never know what happens in life, and then things get like better before you know it and stuff like that. So, you know. What? Let's see, how much more of this? So now it's the, well, Actually, let me finish this. The heart in the middle. Life is very unexpected. I'm sorry for your dog. I mean, it happened like quite a bit ago, so you know, like it's okay. But thanks for the, you know, the kind words regardless, right? You know? Like you just never know like what happens and stuff, and I'm just very fortunate. I will say that I'm very fortunate to have the people that I have in my life now with me and stuff like that, so you know, I'll always be super thankful for that. But here we go. Is this heart shape gonna look okay, or is it gonna look weird? Looks okay. Okay. I'm happy, you're happy, absolutely, looks good. Nice, you know? And then... oh, okay, so it goes like this on this side. Undo. There we go. Took a while for it to undo, but eventually decided to undo. Let's see. YouTube emojis are really cute. Is that a loading ring? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, I know I didn't necessarily need to draw that line right there just now, but I do it anyway just because I need to see. I need to just see like where it's actually going. So sometimes I will do things like that, which don't necessarily seem like it makes a whole lot of sense to do, but you know, you kind of want to see sometimes that it's actually linking to where you think it is, so... Gotta map everything out, basically, you know? You're gonna spam these everywhere now? Well, be careful of spamming them everywhere, because sometimes, you know, like, in certain chats, they won't appreciate the spam, right? So... I gave you the warning, you do with it as you please. Okay, let's see now. Do I like adding line weight? So there are parts where I do. Now with anime art, there's a lot of times when line weights are not the most necessary, but you'll see me do things like, for example, in the corners here, where I add a little bit more to the corners and things like that to get it a little bit more expressive. Or you see like this line where the chin tapers off, and then it gets skinnier when it comes up to the cheek and stuff like that. So I will add very subtle line weights and stuff like that to the line art I do. um though I tend to sometimes forget about it as I go through it. Like, so, but you know, like even with the mouth here, you could kind of see where I'm adding more to it to just like make it a little bit more expressive, because you know the curves on the lips should have some of that in certain places. So yeah, you know, like even with anime art, you know, in general, when you zoom all the way out, you kind of don't really see too much of it, but when you zoom in, it's kind of there. I try to add some, you know, like very subtly. It's much more noticeable in Western art styles and stuff like that. Like if you're doing comic books and stuff like that, where I will choose a much larger brush size to do it. But for anime style images, I tend to go like quite like, you know, similar because that's kind of the style, right? But you know, like you don't need to necessarily follow that. It's just I follow certain things to a fault sometimes. Can we see how it looks without the sketch layer on right now? Yeah, you know. Let's see. Fit to navigation first, and then we just kind of take off the sketch layer. You know, it's getting there. You know, it's getting there. I do feel like maybe I need to make the right side, where her arm is coming out. The arm needs to be much larger, like, you know, like this whole arm setup here. It must, and the where the bump is over here, where this what is it? The sleeve is falling down. I think it needs to be bigger because it's closer to us and stuff like that. But you know, this is where we're at, you know? Not too bad, you know? Oh yeah, and then I gotta remember to add. I think what is it? The Fantomes? Is that it? Is that what they're called? Shitagi. Okay, that's what they're called? No. No. I don't know what the fans are referred to as. But I need to add them sort of here. Y'all are probably like, oh, Bard, you're a fake fan. How could you not know? Actually, with a lot of VTuber stuff, outside of Hololive stuff, I don't know that much stuff. It's Mooney that's actually the expert on all things VTuber compared to me. Yeah, because it's like, you know, admittedly, you know, like there's still a lot about VTuber stuff that I don't know. Like, for example, just now, like I don't really know what Mint's fans are referred to as. Because I only just discovered this streamer fairly recently and stuff like that through clips and things like that. So I'm not the most well versed, but you know, like it's okay. I like, sometimes I just like drawing their designs and stuff like that, and you know, at the end of the day, for me, it's like as long as I get to draw them, I feel happy. I feel happy. Yeah. Okay, I drew that in the worst way possible, but then they've got the... Let me put this up in size because these should not be that... They should be quite a bit thicker. And then they've got the ear part. Let's see. I think that makes up that one. So, maybe I've got to do something like make it a little more flat towards the bottom there. You should do traditional art again. Imagine that challenge. I mean, I could try, but I need to get a setup to be able to do it right. Like, I think the challenge is not necessarily doing the art itself, right? But rather getting a setup to be able to show it, right? So like an extra camera and things like that. Like, again, you know, like in Bounty Hunterville, it's a little bit different because I don't have access to all my stuff here. But in Cappy Town, I do have it and stuff like that. So I could, like, actually, what's funny is, like, we did a takoyaki party once for Christmas, me and Mooney, as a stream from Cappy Town. And then we also did, like, what else did we do? I tried to do, like, I tried to do model kit building stream when I had some blockies and stuff like that, and I did actually build a couple of kits, like when Witch from Mercury was out, like it was a Mobile Suit Gundam series and stuff like that, right? And I did build one of the 1/44 scale kits and stuff like that. So, like, I had stuff to be able to do it in Cappy Town, but not here in Bounty Hunterville, unfortunately. Let's see. The mesh form in CSP is so much better than Ibis Paint. Yeah, I like using the mesh transform for sure a lot in Clip Studio. It helps a lot. I maybe lean on it a little bit too much sometimes though, because you know, like, I could just redraw the line, but sometimes I'm like lazy. Let's see, and then the squiggly hair over here, which you really can't see too much of the way that I'm drawing it. And then it's like, And then, like, the other ear. Still grinding. But yeah, I might actually do a little something. So what was it? Goddess of Victory Nikkei. That's a gacha game that I play a lot of. I might do some polls on Wednesday or Thursday. Depends on when this new banner pops up. But once it pops up, I need to do some polls. So I might do that while I'm doing the arting thing here at the same time. Oh no. Coffee's trying to tell all the young dogs out there to get off his lawn. Get off my lawn. It's like, how dare you get off my lawn? Yeah, because what's her name? Velvet is coming out on the banner and stuff like that. And I know that she's like she's sort of a fan favorite right now. And I'm thinking, like, I've taken the stance of, like, you know, in recent times of not pulling on most banners and just saving everything for the banners that, like, are special or something like that and pulling on those. But actually, it makes more resource sense to pull on the banners that you don't really want and save the tickets to pull on the banners that are special, because a lot of the pilgrim banners are only 1% where the other banners are 4%, so you get a larger chance of getting the characters that are not so special in this game, and then you just save the pity to get the characters that you do really want. So I think I'm gonna start doing that. Okay, I mean, we got a lot done today here on this one, but we still need to do a lot of these frilly parts. So I feel like almost like the next stream is just going to be me filling in all these frilly things and stuff like that. It's going to be kind of a nightmare because that's all I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be drawing the Squidwards. He's telling them to watch. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I feel like that's gonna be like the majority of the next stream, like just me filling in the frilly parts, right? But once the frilly parts are filled in, this is pretty much there. And then I could start doing the coloring, which I'm actually kind of happy. I'm actually kind of happy because this line work is almost there. And then, you know, excited for that shit. Yeah. I'm hoping to finish the line work sooner and stuff like that. But, you know, like, we'll see what happens. Now, the next artwork that I'm going to be doing, I showed you guys like a small preview of it last time. Was the artwork of a certain other VTuber. Let me actually open it again, right? I did start sketching it, but I haven't really worked on it since, right? But I noticed that she has a new character design. She has a new costume that's very Kamen Rider related, and I kind of want to draw that now. So actually, this image will fit in nicely with that because I can just change it into a henshin pose of some kind or something like that to go with the theme or something like that. I don't know. it just feels really timely. I have to fix a lot of the proportions here, but you know, like when I do, I think this one will come out pretty good. So yeah, you know, we'll see what happens on that one. But I think maybe if I have some time, you know, I keep saying this, but you know, like it never happens. But you know, if I have some time, I will work on it. I will work on it off stream. Let me just do something really quick. Oh, hold on. I gotta get up for a second because that my soul left my body and now it's coming back. Wubba wubba, yeah, is wubba wubba. Oh no, coffee. Why are you calling to me? Why are you calling to me, coffee? Are you telling me? Are you trying to tell me something? Are you trying to tell me it's around that time? It is around that time? Yeah, he's trying to tell me it's around that time. So, anyway, yeah, I think that's it for today for this tomorrow same time gonna be on. Gonna work on finishing off the line work, which is mainly just adding the frilly parts to these lines right here and stuff like that. And once I'm done with that, I can start pushing the color in and you know, setting it up, and then you know, like we'll see how it goes. You know, usually I do like a grayscale version to just try out what I think the lighting situation is gonna look, and then after I do that, that's when I start doing the actual colors and stuff like that. But you know, like we'll get to that. I think we're gonna be able to get to that tomorrow because this is not too far off from where I was wanting it to be, and you know, like it's you know, I'm kind of happy with it right now. Yeah, you know, again, I'll be back at the same time, 6 p.m. Eastern time, in Freedom Land and stuff like that, right? So, you know, like, yeah, he's probably hungry again, and it's around the time that I have to take him for his little walk and stuff like that. So, you know, like, it makes sense. It makes sense. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna continue to work on this again, and yeah, and then on Thursday, on Thirsty Thursday. It's been a while since we've done Thirsty Thursday, so I'm still gonna be working on this art, but I will do some polls. Well, actually, I might do them tomorrow. Usually, the character comes out in the evening on Wednesday, as opposed to the morning on Thursday. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah, where's the lighting gonna be from? So for this one, she's kind of floating over the viewer, right? So if you kind of look at it from this angle and stuff like that, she's actually kind of floating over the viewer a lot. So you could even actually do this image as a horizontal image and stuff like that, right? So the lighting is most likely going to be like above her to the left and stuff like that. So a lot of the bottom parts are going to be shaded in for the most part and stuff like that, because you know, she's a ghost and she's floating over you. You know, what time will it be? So it'll be the same time, around 6 p.m. Eastern time in the United States. If just for people who are aware, 6 p.m. Eastern time. That's around the time. And yeah, it's the same time every single stream I do. It's I do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So yeah, you know, it'll be good. It'll be good. We're just gonna continue to work on this. I'm just drawing this one vertically like this because I'm thinking of it more from a poster sort of format, right? But actually, you can actually also have this image like this, you know. So I might actually, when I eventually post up this image, I might actually post it up in two like ways, like horizontal and vertical, so that, you know, like if for whichever format you guys are more interested in. But yeah, you know, okay, I think that's it. I will see you guys tomorrow, and thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye. My soul's gonna leave my body again. Wait. It always looks down and to the left. It's so sad. Oh man. Okay, okay. So here we go. All right. You love this picture? Nice, you know? I'm hoping it comes out really good and stuff like that, you know? It's been a while for me to finish something completely, so you know, I'm hoping it'll be done. It'll be done pretty soon, and then you know, like maybe I will have some news in a week or two about some other things that are happening with Cappy Buds and stuff like that. But yeah, yeah. All right, I'll see you guys next time, and yeah, take care.